Yo, yo! What it bees like? Been a while. As you can see, I've been officially crowned by the Draconians, and I thought it would add to my credibility, so I figured I'd wear it in this video. Oh. Okay. Boaz Computer Part 2. Just for a quick synopsis, in case you have no idea what I'm talking about. This reality is computer simulation. It's a video game. It's Grand Theft Auto. You are a soul that's trapped in a body, and a soul that's trapped into Saturnian controlled time. So the question is, what is running the simulation? It's 3 pseudo Neanderthal brains that are assimilated, much like the Borg in Star Trek. They use children that are kept in a state where they are half alive and half dead. The computer is located about 33 miles underground in the Moho discontinuity, which is the border between the Earth's core and the Earth's mantle. So every time you hear someone say the Matrix, think Boaz Computer. The reason why it's called Boaz is because the word Bo means tied to, and the word Oz means strange place. So you are tied to a strange place. You are bound to hell. I am the model brain for this computer. It's based off my brain of my last incarnation when I was in the 5th dimension, when I was the Dragon King, and I still am a Dragon King, as you can no doubt tell by my hat. There are 7 Boaz computers because there are 7 realities that are parallel to this one. Everyone says that this reality is hell. It's the worst you can possibly It's the worst place you can possibly be at. That is incorrect. There is one parallel reality. Notice I did not say dimension. I said there is one parallel reality that is worse than this one, which is called Trinicon. Yes, apparently they are giving them names now. So the worst one you could possibly be in, the worst computer simulation you could possibly be in, the worst Boaz computer simulation you could possibly be in is called Trinicon, where it's the New World Order on steroids. That means that when you go to the airport, there's biometrics, which means they're scanning your retinas. Which means that everyone gets vaccines and there is no exceptions for going to church and being a fool. And Freemason Stephen Popiotek has talked about Trinicon, and my Alien TV show writer has validated it. And as a matter of fact, it's my first executive order as king. I am sending him back to Trinicon because he has displeased me. There are three timelines. There's one above timeline, one below timeline, and the timeline that we're on, which is the timeline that actually happens. So you have one plan A, then you have one plan B, and in the middle you have what actually happens. The children that are used to run the computer, they are kept alive for an entire age. An entire age is at least 26,000 years. I don't have any more details on that as far as like which children they choose, why they choose them. Because the devil is in the details, and only the devil knows the details, and this is the kind of stuff that JSX is too afraid to talk about. Which is kind of funny, because when he talks on YouTube, he is so on the surface, wanting to die, but the stuff he could actually get killed for disclosing, he won't talk about. So he keeps saying he can't wait to get out of his body, but at the same time he won't talk about what I just said. That's because I'm the one true king of all ascending reptilians. Which is funny because that makes me his king. That means that he falls under my jurisdiction, and of course no mention of me. Well, we can talk about Lily. We can talk about Lily 1,000 times, and we can talk about James Rink's clones 1,000 times, but no mention of old Dragon King God Gutu Christ the Redeemer. Of course not. Eminem, the rapper Eminem, is the physical manifestation of the Boaz computer. So another easy way of putting that is that Eminem is the computer. Hip-hop is the highest order of the occult. You can control melanin clouds by rapping. That's why they call it dropping a beat, because you are literally beating the computer when you rap to a beat. And if you know how to do it right, then you can beat the computer. Tupac was a Gutu. The word Gutu is a title given to a person who beats the computer. Tupac was a reincarnated angel, or excuse me, Tupac was an incarnated angel. He had already mastered himself a long, long time ago. Tupac was killed by Suge Knight's people, and if you ever watch Suge Knight talk, you can tell right off the bat that he's definitely a sociopath, and most likely a Jinn. Eminem is a Neanderthal hybrid. I am a Neanderthal hybrid. Once again, the computer is based on pseudo-Neanderthal brains. Why pseudo-Neanderthal brains? Because the original Neanderthals did not have hemispheres in their brains, so they did not care. And the computer is working its way up to the higher dimensions to attack them, because the computer wants to attack all the higher dimensions, erase the memory, and become the creator and get rid of all memory of anything else being God. So So your next question is, why isn't anyone talking about this? Because everyone from Bashar to Andrew Bartzis to Jay Essex to James Rink to James Casbolt to Teal Scott to Teal Swan to Miles Johnson to everyone else is a part of the alien false disclosure. Alien false disclosure. That means that the world will never see a man as amazing as me ever again. That's why I'm the one, because I'm the only one committing actual disclosure. So your next question is, well, why don't they kill you? Because they need me. They need me to stop the computer. Because they only wanted it to accomplish so much before it got out of hand, and it's about to get out of hand. I have located another compatriot. His name is Tim Powers. He's probably the Pleiadian equivalent of me. He's probably a Pleiadian king. I met him in an organic grocery store. I noticed that all the compatriots of mine have one thing in common. They're very brave. And the story of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the story of my compatriots and I. Mighty Morphin is a 33, just like Marilyn Monroe. It's a 33. There's a reason behind that. You have to pay attention to your 33s. For example, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the same story as The Holy Mountain by Alejandro Jodorowsky, where it's a bunch of people who master themselves and then they go combine and attack the immortals, or in the Power Rangers case, the monsters. Be more me. The movie The Holy Mountain is a must-see. If you haven't seen it, it's free on YouTube. In the movie, you will notice that they all shave their head. The reason why they all shave their head is because they have joined the cult of Horus. Horus is a little baby. Babies don't have hair. So once you join the cult of Horus, it's like starting a life all over again with magical knowledge and esoteric knowledge. You might be wondering why you've never seen this movie before. Because you are so slow on the draw, it's pathetic. But don't blame yourself, because my compatriots really aren't that quick on the draw either. For example, Tim Powers is still one of those people who is getting suckered. Still one of those people that's walking around in a circle. Why is that? Because he's one of those people who thinks it's necessary to go to South America and drink ayahuasca, when that's probably the dumbest thing you could possibly do. And you know why? Because it's all inside you already. And if it's not channeling Shin, Prana, Jeng, and energy from Saturn, you are wasting your time. You can do all the rituals. You can do all the ayahuasca. You can do all the mushrooms, weed, whatever. It's all a waste of time, because the only thing that truly matters is channeling Prana, Shin, Jeng, and energy from Saturn. That's the things that no one talks about. Why is that? Because that's what actually works. Why has no one talked about that? Because they're part of the alien false disclosure. What's that? Oh, you didn't hear it? That's part of the alien false disclosure that you have been paying your money to, that you have been subscribing to, that you have been thumbing up their faggoty videos and thumbing down mine because you are a McLearyite.